Now at 6, the latest on the investigation following the double homicide of a couple at a state park in northwest Arkansas. Plus, a head-on crash in Jasper County leaves a pickup truck in flames. And the results of a study examining housing needs from Miami, Oklahoma.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities are searching for a killer after a husband and wife were found murdered while hiking with their young daughters. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The deaths occurred over the weekend at the popular northwest Arkansas hiking spot Devil's Den State Park. Valerie Zhang has the latest on the investigation.
Be advised, this just occurred at Devil's Den. Unit still en route. Attacked a male and a female on Devil's Den hiking trail and then took off in a small black sports car with tape over the plate.
ASP tells us 43-year-old Clinton Brink and 41-year-old Kristen Brink just moved to Prairie Grove from another state.
And we suspect the suspect of injuries due to the witness seeing the suspect stab one of them.
To find out that, a couple people were just out there enjoying the same element that we're in, got disturbed the way they did, it's kind of a messed up situation.
In a press release Sunday afternoon, ASP released an updated description of the suspect they're searching for.
Be on the lookout for a white male suspect wearing black gloves, sunglasses, dark-colored pants.
Police say he was also wearing a long-sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up and a black backpack. They also believe the suspect drove a Mazda with the license plate covered in tape and may have been traveling on State Highway 170 or 220 near the park.
According to witness, direction of travel was, quote, went across a bridge leaving Devil's Den and stayed on the highway, end quote.
While the trails are closed, many other places like the visitor center and the cabins are open to the public.
You can't even roll into the park without seeing them taking care of the situation. Law enforcement's doing what they got to do.
The superintendent at the park told me he's talked to all the guests and informed them of the situation.
I got other people around. Park's hot right now. There's extra enforcement. People are, looking out for it. I got nothing to say for that dude right there. It's going to come down on him, and when it does, God's going to help him, because those people didn't deserve that. They're just out here just trying to enjoy their time.
The couple's daughters, ages 7 and 9, were not harmed and are staying with family members. A convicted killer faces new charges after deputies say he attacked a neighbor in Carl Junction. Jasper County Sheriff's deputies arrested 46-year-old Dustin Fanning last night after witnesses say he chased his girlfriend with a hatchet and threatened to harm everyone in a home on State Highway 96. They say when the homeowner tried to take that hatchet away, Fanning punched the man in the head and then started breaking windows. Officers found Fanning hiding in nearby woods and arrested him for assault and burglary. Fanning previously served time for killing his 78-year-old father. That was in 2008. We have more details on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The investigation continues into the cause of a head-on crash late last night in Jasper County. Reports came in just after 11 p.m. concerning this crash, which left a pickup on fire on Central City Road near Daylight Lane. Authorities say a car crossed the center line and struck the pickup. First responders say the resulting flames reached the height of nearby utility poles. The driver of the pickup managed to climb out without suffering any visible injuries. The driver of the car was taken to an area hospital where she was listed in serious condition. Carl Junction firefighters extinguished the fire and washed gas and oil from the road. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Yeah, and of course, super hot, super humid once again for us today. We had this last week, had it through the weekend. It's going to stick around tomorrow and also on Wednesday as well. Those heat indices 100, 105, maybe a little bit higher than that in spots. But here's the good news. Instead of hot, we have warm temperatures returning later this week. Also, a little bit more widespread rain as we get into Wednesday night, Thursday and Friday. Not a whole bunch going on here in our neck of the woods. We had a couple little spotty guys earlier this afternoon. Besides that, we look okay. It's just hot, it's just humid. Temperatures will drop back mid to upper 70s later on tonight. But I think tomorrow 97, 98, 99 degrees. So it gets super hot. A random storm could pop up as well. We're going to talk more about that plus the relief from the heat coming up here in just a minute.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. A new study indicates Miami, Oklahoma needs more housing. The Miami Area Economic Development Service commissioned a study last year assessing housing needs. Now the results of that study are made public. The study indicates the Miami area needs between 500 and 600 new homes.
There's a lack of houses on the market in this area, and we have a lot of buyers looking for certain price ranges. If there's a home that's move-in ready, reasonably priced, like I say, between $120 and $130 a foot, they sell very quickly. We don't have enough homes for buyers in the $100,000 to $200,000 price range.
Coming up tonight on KOIM News at 10, we're going to take a look at some possible solutions to the housing shortage and overcoming the obstacles to reach them. A ribbon-cutting ceremony in Pittsburgh today celebrates some new pickleball courts. The Four Oaks Sports Complex hosted the event for the grand opening of the brand new Johnson family pickleball courts. The courts honor Julie, J.W., Georgia Johnson, and their coach Jack Johnson, often referred to as Pittsburgh's first family of pickleball. While the Johnsons have made their mark on the world stage, they're now making history right here at home. Following this ceremony, the family played a round of pickleball with the community and signed autographs. The media met some new faces at Pitt State and MSSU today. We're going to meet some of these standout football players coming up later in sports. But up first, pool safety ordinance.
Citing community safety concerns, especially for children, the city of Nevada says they'll begin enforcing a code for pools and hot tubs. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
The city of Nevada, Missouri will soon begin enforcing a code for owners of pools and hot tubs. Home pools became even more popular among residents there following the closure of the city's aquatic center, with a new one not expected to open until 2027. As KOIM Samantha Walker reports, city staff are citing safety concerns, especially among children, as the reason behind this new enforcement plan.
With this summer heat, a popular way to cool off is by taking a swim in a pool. But the city of Nevada says they're going to begin enforcing a code that impacts the owners of pools, hot tubs, and spas, a decision that's making waves among some residents.
This particular rule is not meant to be something that gives the city more power or anything of that sort. It's meant to provide safety for children and adults and people who can swim or cannot swim.
The city of Nevada will begin enforcing International Property Maintenance Code 303.2. That means if your pool, hot tub, or spa holds more than 2 feet of water, it must be fully enclosed with a fence at least 4 feet tall and include a self-closing, self-latching gate. City staff say many cities across the country enforce that code. Recent complaints from community members is encouraging Nevada to do the same.
Why aren't you, the city, enforcing it? And it's kind of hard to argue against that when it's on our books already. It's not unusual to hear about, to read about deaths in swimming pools of children where they climb in when adults aren't nearby. This would help resolve that issue.
On social media, some Nevada residents expressed frustration over this announcement, saying it should be up to parents to keep their children safe, not homeowners. City staff say the city has an obligation to try and ensure safety for all community members.
It's something that governments can do. We do it for cars speeding too fast. It's meant to protect citizens.
For residents who don't wish to build a fence, there is an exemption for those with certain hot tub or pool covers. Those coverings need to comply with specific standards for how much weight that cover holds, ensures no objects pass through, and that water doesn't pool on the surface. Residents with questions are encouraged to reach out to city staff.
This one is a life and safety issue, and probably more aimed at children, to protect children.
Reporting in Nevada, Samantha Walker, KOIM News.
City staff say they're giving residents time to comply with this code, with enforcement beginning in May of next year. Residents will need to get a fence permit from the city by October. A little later, a Granby, Missouri boy gets a taste of giving back to the community. His story is coming up.
And could 80s be in the future? We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be hot and humid once again for us today, but there is at least some relief in sight, which is good news. We could use a little bit of relief. We've been mainly into the mid, if not upper 90s for about 10 days now, so it'd be nice to get a little bit of relief. Haven't had much rain either. Had a couple little spotty guys that popped up earlier this afternoon, but those are all gone, so we're going to be dry as we go through the evening hours. If you are going to be outside, just drink plenty of water. Of course, humidity way up there. Let me take you through time. So tomorrow's still going to be super hot. Wednesday is going to be super hot. Maybe our hottest days we've seen so far in 2025. We've hit 97, but haven't hit a 99 across the region as of yet. Upper 70s to start. Mostly sunny skies, mid 90s by noon. And then once we get into the afternoon, I think 97, 98, maybe a 99 out there. And there's going to be one or two random little guys that pop up. Most of you will stay dry. All right, heading into Tuesday night, we only drop back upper 70s once again. Thunderstorms to our north, not here, but our chances will start to go back up as we get into the latter half of the work week. All right, so here's Wednesday. 96, 97, 98 degrees again, and one or two isolated storms trying to pop up. Pretty consistent Tuesday into Wednesday. Here's where the changes begin. We're going to go into Wednesday night. Some thunderstorms trying to build out to our west, and a complex may try to get in. If it can, it would be fairly widespread, but try to get in Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and that would be our first widespread rain that we've seen in almost a couple weeks. 78 to start, 94 by noon. High temp on your Tuesday of 98 during the afternoon. Looks good right now. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex looking northeast right through downtown. Of course, it's hot. It's very humid. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 90s, 80s, and we only bottom out upper 70s for overnight lows. Humidity, obviously an issue. Our dew points, kind of 70 to about 75. So for you, that makes it feel muggy to soupy, and that's what we're going to see on your Tuesday and your Wednesday. Heat index right now, I mean, if you're going to get out and mow or something, still it's way up there. 100 to about 107 on average across the region. As we go into your Tuesday, heat index again, 105, 106, 107. We'll do it again as we go into Wednesday as well, that heat index 104, 105, 106 degrees. Here's the problem, this big dome of high pressure. Now, Mr. High is going to start to push back toward the south and to the west later this week. What that's going to do is allow weak waves to kind of rotate around that high, usher in a little bit cooler air, and give us some rain. It kind of throws us back to what we had more in the month of June. Let's look at it. Showers, scattered thunderstorms Thursday afternoon, kind of shifting off toward the south as we get into Thursday night and Friday morning. And then pop-up thunderstorms again as we go into Friday afternoon. Notice the temps. We may only be lower 80s for highs on Friday. Heading into Saturday, lower 80s. Once again, as the rain starts to press a little bit farther back toward the west. 98 on your Tuesday, 98 on Wednesday, but 89. We're going to flip those numbers on Thursday. 83 on Friday. Fantastic weekend, mid-80s. Humidity not that bad. Enjoy it. 90s return next week.
Yeah, we haven't seen a weekend that nice for some time, and who knows when we might see another one. Thanks, Doug. Hey, don't forget you can be the first to know about today's weather with KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. It's absolutely free of charge. You'll find it in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Up next, the standout players for Pitt State and Missouri Southern football this preseason. Ryan Blank has that story coming up in sports. Today, Emporia State hosts the 2025 MIAA Football Media Day. KOAM Sports Director Ryan Blank had the chance to talk to some coaches and players from the Gorillas and Lions. He gives us a preview of the upcoming season.
MIAA Media Day has come and gone here in Emporia. For Pitt State and Missouri Southern State, this year is all about having key pieces back for one more run. Starting with the Gorillas, they get running back Cleo Chandler Jr. and safety Ryan Medeiros back for one more run. The two, who are now named captains, are ready to make a run at a national title after using their last year of eligibility to stay with Pitt State.
Last year, a little disappointed in our season. We definitely brought the culture back the last 3 years, I'd say, but like I said, getting over that hump, we just got to get over that second round, first round of playoffs, and our expectation is a national championship, and we know we have the ability and the people around us to do that.
They're a testament just to the process of college football, right? In this day and age of transfer, of this NIL stuff, you know, to have two guys that you recruited, came in as high school seniors for you, red-shirted, went through the development process, maybe didn't play much their first few years here and just kept working and working. To see those guys rewarded as team captains, I think is really, really cool. You know, their teammates voted them captains. But then obviously they've been huge contributors for us over the last couple of years on offense and defense as well. So just excited to see both those guys hopefully have great senior seasons.
As for the Lions, they also get a key piece back in their backfield. Nathan Glades is returning for a fifth year and will be back in action after missing all of last season due to a torn ACL.
When I talk about it, it's just so exciting because it's like I've played football for 18 years of my life, and then it's like you get that taken away from you in that year. It's like, what do I do in that sense? But you know, I figured it out. I found my way on how to be more of a faithful man in that sense to the Lord, and then how to be a better man overall. Getting a rundown and everything, like I get pumped when I talk about it because it's like that's what I want. I want to be able to feel, you know, the love from the community again and be able to be with my teammates and do those kind of things and play games like that.
The Gorillas kick off their season in exactly 1 month at Ferris State. The Lions begin just 2 days later against Midwestern State. We're going to have a final check of the forecast up next. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to have ways to keep your pets safe in the water during these summer months. Plus, we're going to have more on the results of that housing assessment in Miami, and the community celebrates the opening of a brand new W Club in Webb City. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. For a good cause, young Sebastian Green is getting a first taste at giving back. The Granby boy created his own blizzard ahead of Miracle Treat Day at Dairy Queen on 32nd Street in Joplin. Sebastian was diagnosed with autism at age 3. He's received support from Children's Miracle Network. On July 31st, $1 from every blizzard sold will go to Freeman Health System to help kids in the 4 states.
Miracle Treat Day is just such a fun day at Dairy Queen. $1 from every blizzard sold comes back to Children's Miracle Network. What kiddo doesn't love ice cream? You know, what adult doesn't love ice cream? We have such a fun day, and then know that it's always going to a great cause.
Sebastian gave the blizzard he made to his grandmother. Nice gesture. This is a good day for something cold, ice cream or otherwise.
Yeah, blizzard actually sounds
Yes,
pretty
it
good.
does.
I haven't had one of those in a while. 98 for us tomorrow. 98 degrees, 98 again on Wednesday. Random storm, better chances for storms, and a little bit cooler on Thursday and Friday.
We'll look forward to cooler for sure. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.